What's up? What's up? My name is Royce the 5'9". I come from Detroit, Michigan, and right now you're checking out Hot New Hip Hop. I recorded a whole bunch of music, and then there's a sound that I started leaning towards every time I heard it. They felt like they go together. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of started sticking to that. And I find that I can get that sound out of S1, Symbolic, Mr. Porter, Jake 1, and my man Payne 1, and Khalil. Those 5 guys create like a sound bed for me that sounds perfect for what I want to talk about. And then now I got this kid, Ant-Man Wonder, who I've been working with, who comes with a whole nother beastly sound that we can achieve without having to sample. Like he makes the music that sounds like the sample. He's like a one-man army. So shout out to Ant-Man too. I like some stuff better than others. Just because of preference, and a lot of that stuff is hard to recreate, man, because it's a reflection of where you were at that time. You know, like it's hard to. A lot of people be like, "Yo, we need another Death is Certain." You know what I'm saying? It's like, "Yo, brother, I was angry when I did that album. I'm not mad. I'm not angry." You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't go and make my life that again. Like had serious shit going on at that time, and it just poured out of me at that time. And we captured a moment in time I don't want to go back to. I don't go backwards. You know what I'm saying? Bar Exam 2 lyrically is probably my favorite body of work that I've done lyrically. It was my first time really focusing on rhyming punchlines. You know what I'm saying? And it was a new layer to my style. And you know, I peeled off that layer and I went into it and I moved on from there. I don't come to the table now thinking to myself, yo man, I want to go punchline crazy. I just do what I feel, and I try to incorporate all the elements, all the new layers that I added to my style. So each album is evolution. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna hear pieces of everything. But for me to go and do a completely dark album to try to recreate something that happened 10 years ago is counterproductive, not only to me as an artist, but as a person. And it's a slight to the fans because it's not true to what it really is. How can Jay-Z make Reasonable Doubt again? You know what I'm saying? It's impossible. Nas cannot do Illmatic again. It's impossible. That's why it's special. You know what I'm saying? And people, they want it again because they want to hear it, but they're missing the point. You're taking away from the specialness of it by thinking that it can be duplicated. I think there's a song called Sell Dope. But it doesn't sound like your typical Royce song, but it really fits within the scheme of the story of the album. And it's just really dope. I think people really gonna like it. Because it's basically like, in America, you know, the average mind frame of the person in the hood. And I blame this on the whole Reagan era, the whole Reagan administration. You know what I'm saying? It's responsible for this behavior. It doesn't frustrate me, but I do notice it. And you know, like, sometimes I wonder how I would feel if I was like a new up and coming artist. Maybe I would feel frustrated then because by nature we're competitive as artists, you know, and if you're frustrated with the industry in general and how tough it is to break through and cut through the noise that we call the internet, and then you see somebody cut through all of the noise with something that's not that good, I mean, I think it's a natural reaction for you to look at it and ask questions. You know what I'm saying? But I personally don't do that because I'm in a position now where I more so try to learn off of what's successful, what's moving. I try to pay attention to what people like, and then I try to create an understanding in my head as to why they like it, because it's helpful. It's helpful and it's interesting to me. It's intriguing to me. But that's probably because I'm a veteran. You know what I'm saying? But if I was a newer artist, there probably would be some frustration there, some natural frustration there. Because I mean, when I was trying to get a deal, when I first got into the game, I took a meeting with every label in New York, and I got all the doors slammed in my face. And then I went out and started working with Dre and Marshall, and then I went back and did meetings with those same labels, and I played them the same music, and I ended up getting $1 million deal. So I learned early that it's not just about the music, it's not just about the talent, all kind of other factors. Well, people, you know, it's self-preservation. Like, everybody's trying to protect their own self and their own job. So if I'm an A&R, it's very hard for me to sign something because I love it and I believe in it when my job is on the line. My job and my word is on the line. It's much easier for me to sign something that's already built in, that already has a following. Less work for me. I don't have to, it's low risk. You know what I'm saying? And that's what everybody is doing. That's what the labels are doing. That's even what the fans are doing. The fans on Twitter don't want to jump out the window and say, yo, I like this, and put their internet reputation on the line. They'd rather just roll with what's popular to like. And that's where, you know, the term sheeple comes from and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why the popular bloggers with the very brash and strong opinions, that's why they get paid to throw their opinion around, because they got the balls to do it. And that just, it taught me that, you know, hip hop is just, it's different. It's different. And, you know, like, that change that's evolution, whether people from my era want to admit it or not. That's hip hop evolving. And if it doesn't evolve, then you got to worry about it going away. So thank God that it's forever changing. You know, there may be sometime in the future where writing your own rhymes would be sacred again. You know what I'm saying? This is just not that time. And if you want to be involved in this business for year after year after year and generation after generation, you got to be willing to accept some shit.